Hey there guys, how you going? So first of all, I want to apologise for not making any videos over the last few days. Obviously I've been running around like a headless chook getting ready for Christmas and having, all that family time, etc, etc. So Merry Christmas to you guys, Happy Holidays, whatever you do choose to celebrate. I hope you had a really awesome day. I hope you had a really fun day with friends, family, however you chose to celebrate it. So anyway, enough of that sentimental, Let's talk about some Mutant Cross. So if we go ahead and filter by special attack bonus, we can see Tier 9 is in the game right now. Oh boy. So if you guys, actually I'll just show you an example. If you guys are new and don't quite know what the significance of that is, all that really means is that the metal's damage is being times by an additional multiplier. So in really simple layman's terms, think about it like this. If you want to know how much damage your metal is going to deal, effectively take the strength number right there and times it by this multiplier. Again, ignoring buffs, ignoring all of that, defense, etc. Just in simplest possible terms. Now this number right here gets affected by this multiplier. You can see with the Mickey that we've just recently farmed here, I've got my triple raids copy here, this Mickey is going to be affected by that multiplier. Tier 7 is really easy to think about. Tier 7, effectively we're going to take that 9.34 right there because we're going to be at full health when we use it. So that 9.34 right there, and add 200% of 9.34 to that. Tier 7 is easy. All that means is you add 9.34 and 2 more lots of itself. You're just timesing by 3. Easy to figure out. So in actuality, what this 9.34 translates to with that 200% guilt bonus is about 29. So 9.34, 18.6, roughly 29 it turns into. So a tier 8 metal has a guilt bonus of 230%, and tier 9 might theoretically have 260, 270, who knows. I'm a little bit concerned at the way that they didn't make it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top. They went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 on the bottom, leaving a heck of a lot of room on the bottom here for potential tier 8, well, with the amount of space it currently has, tier 10 all the way to 16. I don't think that's necessarily very likely, but they did leave room for it, which does worry me a little bit. I suppose if anyone could tell us, it might actually be Roboloid. Roboloid, well, people in the past would data mine the game, and back we were only at tier 5, they data mined the symbols for tier 6, 7, and I believe 8. The same thing could happen again. Tier 9 obviously is in the game right now, but someone like Roboloid could go ahead and do some digging and find out maybe they've already put tier 10, 11, and 12 in there. Who knows? Complete speculation on my part, but if that does, end up being the case, we could find out what the sort of plan is for the future, and that might inform our spending purchases. Just because of that, though, I figured they would probably only put tier 9 in there. They probably wouldn't want to give us any clues of what's coming up. Anyway, what does that actually mean? So let's go ahead and have a quick peek at the metal album and see if we can't figure out some clues if it's what's going to come up next. So if we go ahead and take a look, if this ever decides to load, awesome. Alright, so the last metal I grabbed was Larxene, and that's its 7-star version right there, so 6 and 7-star Larxene. Since then we've had Supernova Xion, Supernova Sora, Chernobyl at 6 and 7 stars, 7 stars. I believe that's Elsa and Anna, well Elsa and Anna, they're probably over there somewhere, but I believe Elsa and Anna would be in there somewhere as well. Or maybe they're above in those 2 slots right there, and then that would be the Pete, Captain Justice at 6 and 7 star there. Now, in any case, from what I've seen of Endorphin, he showed me his album, and he had Captain Justice 6 and 7 star as his last 2. That would leave 6 more on the bottom. What could those 6 more be? Well, in my mind, one of them is going to be a guaranteed tier 9 fairy to evolve tier 9 metals at 6 star to tier 7. That would match up with all the other ones we've seen so far, and that would also go along with, speaking of Roboloid, his findings that there was going to be a platinum ticket in the game. We'll talk about the implications of that in a second, but a tier 9 fairy, in my opinion, is a guarantee. What could be next? Well, let's go ahead and assume they're all going to be tier 9. In my mind, there's going to be a reverse magic supernova metal coming, and Phantom Aqua could just be that one. Phantom Aqua, Possessed Aqua, it could be a Xehanort, it could be Vanitas, it could be any of that from any of the trials we've seen in Kingdom Hearts 3, but I really feel like, and I could absolutely be wrong on this of course, but I feel like the pattern makes sense for it to be reverse magic next, and how friggin' hype would all of us be to have a Phantom Aqua or, Possessed Aqua, whatever you want to call it, metal. In any case, I could see there being a tier 9 supernova metal being that one right there. That would leave us 4 slots left. Now, in my opinion, that would be, let's say, a tier 9 high score challenge medal and a tier 9 VIP medal. That would make, in my opinion, the most sense. And the reason, okay, high score challenge I think is very likely. It might be a little bit too soon for VIP, but I guess we'll see. High score challenge makes a lot of sense to me. Let's say right now, and we'll talk about this in a second, but there are whales in the game. I'm just going to say whales for the very top ranked players that are doing PvP and finding it sort of pointless, if you will, because the biggest rewards out of PvP right now are obviously those tier 8 fairies. And the thing about those is they aren't really giving us enough tier 8, they aren't giving them enough tier 8 medals to justify continually trying for top spot on the basis of wanting tier 8 fairies, right? They give out a high score challenge medal every single month and 1 or 2 VIP medals every single month that require those tier 8 fairies. Organization 13 medals don't really get that treatment anymore because, well, like Scene was given out, at least in Global, at guaranteed 7 stars off the banner and guaranteed 7 stars from an avatar board. So you really only need, let's say a whale gets VIP and gets the top rank in the high score challenge. High score challenge. So 2 VIP medals on a high score challenge, that's only 15 a month. And with the amount of gold tickets being thrown at the whales at the very, very top, they probably get that many. They probably get more than 15 a month, if I'm going to be honest. Depends on the luck, obviously. I've gone a couple months, I've gone at least a few weeks now without any tier 8s, but in any case, I can't complain. So it's kind of smart in a way to be like, alright, let's get the rat race started again. Let's get people diving back into PvP. And they've already shown that this week because they've gone ahead and put jewels in PvP. So let's go ahead and have a look at that. Please ignore my ranking. I haven't really tried this week yet. I've been too busy with Christmas. Anyway, if we look at the rewards, basically we can see that this week, and who knows if it's a one-off thing, I think they're going to be paying very, very close attention to the results of this week. But there are jewels being given away in PvP this week. That's pretty crazy, and I think it's really, really smart on their behalf because they've gone ahead and set it up so that there are 3 power-based Keyblades being available right now in PvP. Coincidentally, there are also 2 extremely good power-type medals in the shop, following off from the other power-type medal that we just had, the Kairi. It's not really coincidence. This is very, very clever because basically they want the whales in any case, to deck out all of these Keyblades with Supernova Soros. One of the best medals in the entire game right now, and certainly for this week. Sephiroth just went by, so if the whales picked up a Sephiroth recently, went ahead and filled up their Darknor with Sephiroths, their Fenrir with Supernova Soros, and the Treasure Trove, a combination of the 2, that's their ultimate goal, right? They really want people to pull multiple copies of these medals, and if they go ahead and offer jewels as an incentive, that's just be like, oh, you know, well, if I do one more pull, I could get that all back. You know, if I do one more pull and it goes well for me, I could get that all back if I move up another rank in PvP and get a few extra 1,000 jewels back. So I think starting from 2019, we'll probably see the platinum tickets being added into this, and potentially premium tickets as well. I don't know, I sort of feel like premium, just by definition of the name, is the sort of thing that's going to be given away behind a VIP banner. Like, VIP only will get, you know, you buy VIP this week, and maybe you do a certain amount of pulls, and you get this VIP ticket, the premium ticket, which will allow you to pull on a certain banner. Whether that banner has fairies in it, or like exclusive medals, or just really good medals, I guess we'll see. But, I don't know, PvP is about to get interesting, quote unquote. I don't know. Does anyone still care anymore? I know a lot of people, the sentiment is, yeah, PvP, but I try and do mine every day at least for the 90 jewels daily and the 2 silver tickets a week, so, yeah. I just happened to go look at the PVE rewards for Colosseum really quickly just to check where I was at, and it seems like the rewards now are 50 gems of each attribute for top 100, and there seems to be a notice that came out just with the update a couple hours ago confirming that fact. So 50 for top 100, top 45 gets 1,000 each, and I suppose though you would get, you know, 40, 35 back down to 30 where the initial point was. I'm pretty sure everyone was getting 30 at a certain point above top 20,000, whatever it was. But I guess with 4 days left they decided to buff it, I guess just to make people push that little bit harder on the current amount of spending, because I would guess come the new year they're going to drop that tier 9 bomb on us. Just so manipulative, aren't they? They're just so freaking sneaky, and the annoying thing is, it's probably going to work on me. I just did 2 pulls, you'll see that in a second, just to stay in top 1,000. God damn it, they're probably going to make me do it again, because everyone else is going to be thinking the same thing. Damn it. Cheeky bastards. I do want to make mention of the returning avatar boards. So these are really, really fantastic. Haina, Pence, and Olette are back. Each one of these, the notable skill is a defense boost 4 max. They also have an attack boost 7 max, which is still pretty good though. 1500 jewels, a very, very good board, especially given how rare DB4 max is. Obviously, I find the skills very ignorable just because 100% activation is pretty much the key in this game. If you want to run 54% plus skill perk, you're running a hell of a lot of risk. So yeah, not too bad of a board. I'm probably going to pick up, because I picked up Haina the first time around, I'm considering picking up both of the other 2. It's like, do I want to get both defense boost 4 maxes right now, or maybe just wait till next month's Colosseum and see what the skill is in that. If the skill in that is defense boost 5 max, maybe I'll only get one of the 2, just because obviously DB4 max can't be the predominant defense boost skill forever. Eventually it's going to be replaced. And once again, mentioning Roboloid, he did find out that Reflect or Barrier will be in the game in some form, whether that's a skill, whether that's a pet trait, who knows, we don't actually know this yet, but let's say that's the skill going forward in next month's Colosseum. Well, maybe it's not too smart to invest heavily in defense boost 4 maxes right now. But then again, at only 1500 jewels apiece, that's really not that big of a loss. Saying that, I didn't actually buy the Gallant Starlights last month either, and, well, whenever it was anniversary, right? I didn't buy that during anniversary, so definitely picked it up right now. That was, I think, 3,000 jewels when it first came out, and 1,500 jewels, this is a steal. I think every single person in the entire game should go ahead and pick this thing up. If not both. I think I'm going to pick up both. AB7 and 0, was it AB6 Max? Yeah, AB6 Max plus, DB6, and also, again, the sort of meh skill, but also a Sun and a Moon Gem, and 3 Mickey and Brooms. Holy crap, this is an amazing board. What a friggin' amazing board. Again, I don't care who you are in this game. If you don't have these ones for 1,500 jewels, I think you're missing out. So again, I just bought one just a moment ago, and I'm probably going to go ahead and grab the second one in a minute. I don't know, I'm still reaching the point where I've got a lot of Attack Boost 7 and 0s. I just bought the Holiday Santa board, which is a very, very similar board to that one as DB6, 7 and 0, and 8 Max, which is a really, really good board. For the AB6 and Lux Plus, I'm probably going to grab both of those Starlight boards though. But in any case, very, very, very good board. And of course the Moon Gem. The Moon Gem alone almost makes that worth it. 1,500 gems for a Moon Gem is... jewels for a gem is very, very good. Obviously there's this free draw going on every day, so make sure you go ahead and do that. We'll just tap this right here and see what happens. I'm not expecting too much though, because I typically don't have the best of luck in this, but I'll take... yeah, see. It's going to be some garbage. I almost wish that they leave the rates for the 6 and 7 stars alone at like a guaranteed 10% each, but maybe they'd extend the window down a little bit to get like 3-star medals as well, just for the album completion's sake. So once you've done your daily pull, you have to make a decision basically. If you haven't pulled for Xion or Supernova Sora yet, you're sort of making the call of, do I want to go ahead and risk the jewels that I have on a hope and a prayer? And again, don't watch idiots like me, because people have speculated that my account is rigged. I'm not going to say they're wrong, because especially on the Supernova medals, I've gotten very, very, very lucky. So definitely don't take my advice. It's the sort of thing where it's like, I mean, obviously I don't want to support these kinds of practices, but I can't tell people not to, you know, go ahead and risk your jewels when, I mean, it worked for me. Terrible advice. Absolutely terrible advice. The best thing we can do in this game is use our jewels on a guarantee, and that's what the point of this is. There's a guarantee sitting right there. It's the sort of thing where, again, I think Xion and Kairi definitely have to come back as a Mercy, but this banner could come back in its exact same form at least once more before it becomes a Mercy for everyone. And even then, it'll probably be a 10-pull Mercy for everyone. It's such a shame. It really is such a shame. Like, a lot of the strategy in this game, for me personally, was save those jewels, resist temptation, and try and pull on the smartest banners. And I wouldn't get it right every time. I fell for that bloody glowing King Mickey medal only a month or so ago. Spent 15 grand on that I definitely shouldn't have. And it's like, well, they got me that time, but that's part of the fun, you know? You learn from your mistakes and you don't take risks, a silly risk the next time. That was fun for me. And now it's like, well, I don't have that strategy anymore. The strategy is just wait. There's no, oh, you can Mercy this. It's just, no, just wait. I would love to pull on either of these banners and obviously walk away with that Supernova medal, but of course, despite how lucky I've been in the past, it's not good advice, even for myself to take, to try and spend a lot of jewels on this banner. On the off chance they eventually figure their game out and decide to bring a Mercy back for everyone, apart from just trying to gouge people with, the only way of guaranteeing you'll get this thing is by, you know, paying VIP for the privilege, you know, paying to enter the shop basically, which is such a ridiculous concept to me. In any case, that banner, I would love to pull on that Supernova Sora banner and just have a copy of that, but obviously this banner is just straight garbage. It's the same garbage we've been seeing for quite a while now. No guaranteed 7 stars at all. A guaranteed tier 7 a guaranteed 7-star 5 pulls in of only a tier 5. It's like terrible, like some of the worst economy in the entire game. Consider 15k spent on this banner right here, which has very, very, very small chance of getting that Sora. And I mean, even 15k on this banner right here, like at least, again, small chance of that Xion, but you're improving your sub slots. You're getting a guaranteed tier 7 out every single time with a, you know, that 0.02 towards your Keyblades, which that helps you get a lot stronger. Like, I'm thinking right now, the best way of me getting stronger in this game is by going ahead and decking out all my Keyblades with as best sub slots as I can. Like, most of my single attribute Keyblades only have 70, 75, 80 slots filled out of the 120, and it's like, okay, one, are they going to go ahead and extend that 120 out to like 150 or something with this new tier 9 and tier 10 update? Who knows? Two, my triple attribute Keyblades could stand to have some of the, you know, lower medals, the tier 2s, tier 3s, which there aren't many of them left, especially on like Fairy Stars. But like Fairy Stars, for example, I have so many garbage magic metals like the tier 2s and tier 3s filling that Keyblade up, and it's like, if I could replace just even a few of those with some tier 7 magic metals instead, my power would shoot up pretty dramatically for such relatively low effort. That's why I looked at like the Larxene banner, for example, and I went, that banner's a falling price. And even though I'm not too keen on Larxene itself, eventually, like, you know, 4 pulls in, I'm getting it to the point where every single pull off that banner is going to be another 1900 joules, and it's going to give me one of those tier 7 sub-slot medals, and it's like, that's really good. Really, really good. And like, in terms of me getting stronger as a character right now, as a character in this game, sub-slots is pretty much where it's at. I mean, I've gotten very, very fortunate with the medals that I've got, and I can't really get too much stronger in the medal regard, but in terms of my sub-slots, I have a really long way to go. So in terms of my, like, the best way of spending my joules right now to get stronger, I'm really looking at that going, the next time, you know, let's say Xemnas Plus comes along, or potentially Roxas Plus, Xion Plus, or Roxas and Xion Plus, whatever they decide to do with those two characters, I could just go ham on a banner like that, and even if the medal itself isn't amazing, if it's still just pretty good, do like 15 pulls on that banner and get relatively cheap sub-slot fodder. I don't know, that's sort of my thought process. Anyway guys, thank you very, very, very much for watching. I hope you guys had a really good holidays. I just want to reinstate that. And again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you really soon, everyone. All the best. Bye.